Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on our Urban Worm Bag version 2.0. Now, this bag, I haven't opened it in a while because of the fruit fly issue. They're all flying all around here, and I didn't want to possibly infect this system since there weren't any fruit flies I felt the last time I opened it. So, or if there were only a few. Hopefully it wasn't going to become a colony in there. So I've left it shut. It's been 31 days since I've opened this bag. So hopefully it's not infested with fruit flies. And two, they are in desperate need of food. Probably, food definitely, bedding probably, and maybe even some moisture depending on the moisture content. So I've got a lot of food ready to go. I have some extra bedding material and I've got my spray bottle for water. So let's take a look and see how it's doing and see if there's any fruit flies in there. I know I had a massive issue. Even though last time I opened it a month ago, I was noticing more in the basement, and I did track that down. I'll link up above to the video that shows that I figured it out and have fixed it, but we still need to take a look at this bin and see how it's doing and really get these worms fed, because I'm sure that they are probably wondering, where's my food? So let's go take a look. All right, so here we go. So 31 days after we last opened this, let's take a look and see how it's doing. First off, moisture. Ooh, there is almost no moisture in here. This really needs moisture. So I do have the spray ready to go. Let's move this off to the side. I'm going to grab my gloves. And I'm not seeing any fruit flies coming out, which is a good sign. Nothing major going on here. Still not really breaking down, but that's okay. We're just going to put that off to the side right now. This actually looks like good material here. Not seeing. I thought I added a shirt in here of where I last fed. Well, I'm not seeing it. Although nice, healthy looking worms. Look at that. Look how much they're wiggling there. That's a nice, healthy looking worm. Material's a little compacted, but looks overall pretty good. Little light on the bedding, but it's not too bad. At least actually maybe it's okay on the top. It's a little light, but maybe not too bad. Might need just a little bit more. I just feel like it's starting to really compact in here, and I'm starting to, as you can see it's really packed tight, but it does come apart pretty easily, and there's lots of worms in here. I mean, look at that. So it looks like this is a really good, healthy bin right now. I could have sworn I added a shirt to the top of where I had fed on this last time, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just added this piece of newspaper to the side that was over here that's already been chewed up. Not seeing any cocoons, but that's not surprising, considering the fact we haven't fed in a while. Lots of juveniles, it looks like, in here as far as the worms. Oh, here's our first piece of food that I find that's left over, and it's an avocado shell. That's not surprising. These take a while to break down, but again, nice healthy worms on here. They look really good. So as you can tell, this bin is doing a great job, which I'm not surprised. Some more avocado shell here. So it's just paper. So overall, this is looking really good. It's a little matted with some of the paper, but the worms are really starting to work through it. And they're starting to work through this paper actually because there's lack of food in here. They're really working on the bedding material now, which is a good sign. So this is probably ready to harvest like the bottom layer and to have all this move down so it doesn't get overly full and heavy. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to feed, and actually we're going to feed, I think, to this side. I think I saw some stuff over here, so we're going to feed back here. Move that. We'll leave the avocado shell there. So we're going to add a little bit of bedding, just to protect the worms, as I usually do. So first off, let me grab some bedding material. And I keep a bucket of bedding material essentially right next to the bins when I'm doing this to make this easy. So I'm just going to add in quite a bit because it's kind of empty in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some food, and we're going to add in quite a bit. This is all frozen food. That's one of the reasons why I'm adding the bedding to the bottom. But I've got frozen banana peels. This way we also know that there's no fruit flies. When you freeze stuff, the fruit flies tend to go away, which is why it's also not ground up. Since I've had the fruit fly issue, can't really grind anything. I don't want to attract them into the a bucket of food. So lots of bananas here. I'm going to add an avocado, and then if I can get them out, I have actually some watermelon here, which is one of their favorite foods I've found of the worms, at least what I've noticed. Because one, it's a lot of moisture, so they get a lot of moisture from it. Throw in these little A little bit of peels here. There's a little bit of lemon in there. Piece of lettuce that's just happened to be right within reach. And then one more banana peel. So I think it's a good size feeding. I'm hoping to check on this a little sooner than I did the last time. So now, before I cover anything up though, there is one other thing I do want to add here. And that is, other than more bedding to the top of this and some water, which I've mentioned, I want to add some of my crushed crab and eggshell. And I'm being very, very generous with this stuff because this is really important for them to have this grit to break down these foods. So I've been trying to be more generous with this than I used to. So now we're going to add more bedding material to the top here. And by the way, for that crushed shells and stuff, you got to be real careful. I'm using that little container so it doesn't get airborne. You know, but you don't want to breathe in that stuff because it can damage your lungs. All right, so now we need some water. I've already got my container ready to go. Just going to spray this down. Moisture wasn't too bad in here. It's a little dry, but it's not really too bad. But we really want to make sure we wet this down and make sure that it's a good area for the worms to work in. Kind of wet down all the sides a little bit. Just give it some more moisture in here just to make sure that it's good for them. The watermelon's going to help that too once it thaws out. So we don't need to, it's not like we have to fully saturate it, but we want to make sure that this gets a little bit wet. So I think that's good. Now, what we want to do though, before we close this up, I always like to make sure that I pile some stuff that's already done like that over top, okay? Because I like to cover this stuff up. One, it prevents fruit flies from getting out into the food. Two, it starts the microbial process from both sides. Now, the other thing we're going to do here is I'm going to take one of my shirts, which I thought I did last time. I'm going to throw this right over this area to show that this is where we fed. I know it's a bright white shirt and makes the other part of the bin look a little bit different. Actually, we can throw this piece of paper on there. And the worms will kind of get on there and it'll change color. It'll turn more brown and everything as we keep going. But the idea is that this way we can kind of mark that side and then we'll feed on this side next time. And that way we can kind of go back and forth and get the worms sort of moving around this bin. If we're doing a smaller feeding, you might want to do it in like a circle. So here and then the outside and just keep going around the outside. You don't have to feed the middle quite as much. The middle is going to be where all the food sort of falls to and where you're going to scrape stuff to. So you don't have to feed the middle. It's more about feeding the outside. I found with these, and I just think it works better if you kind of feed towards the outside, and then they'll move through the middle by themselves. So that's that. Now let's put this piece of cardboard back on top. I do like having this just to kind of keep the moisture in a little bit more down low instead of up high. And we're getting into the winter months here. This is actually the first cool month that I've had, or a cool day that I've really had. We've had, or week, where it's been below 60s consistently. So this bin is going to start, as we start adding more and more moisture, these bins I find do really well during the winter months, these urban worm bags. So I really highly recommend if you live in a place where you don't get a lot of moisture. These are really good at holding it in, although they do hold a little bit extra heat and sometimes it can block the air. I do like the fact that they hold in that moisture. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I'll probably update hopefully within a week or two. A little sooner than last time. 31 days is quite a while. So we'll see how it goes. But there we go. That's my update for this week on the urban worm bag. Thank you so much.